Good afternoon, everybody. Microphone check, screen check. Looks like everything's working correctly here. Good, good. Love that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you've all had a fantastic trading day so far today. For those of you who don't know me, or for the sake of the recording, my name is John Henry. I am from Slingshot Futures Trading Group. Thanks for joining in today's session. Before we start, take a second to subscribe to the channel, give the live stream a like, make sure to click the notification bell icon so you don't miss the next one right here. We usually go live every day at around 3 to 3:30. Also, don't forget to grab your free morning brief. I post that every morning, typically before the 9 o'clock open on SSFTG.com/brief. That way you can be sure you're loaded up with all the major levels. And then, you know, also a couple extra charts and stuff in there too to get you on the right foot. Now, if you're looking to get in ahead of that with a video game plan every morning, every week, every month, then take a look at the join button below to gain access to the SSFTG morning brief, or the briefings, as it were, and also options for the live analysis room. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is, well, a little bit of a wild and crazy one, all things considered. We've had some pretty good volatility back and forth and a lot of movement, but the market's not really accomplishing a whole lot, I think is the best way to put it. Knowing that the market's not necessarily accomplishing a whole lot, we're seeing it go a little bit sideways, a little bit up, a little bit down, not really getting much done at the end of the day. Starting off, we did open up with that big gap from the weekend, gigantic rally to the upside. It fell all the way back down to, I mean, you can see it visually. It's a deviation to the downside before rotating back up, finding a lower high. Now we've got a higher low. We're just kind of wedging at the moment, and that's really where we're stuck. So now we're just kind of waiting to see what the market wants to do from this point forward, and maybe we can get some movement going into the afternoon. It wasn't a whole lot of news today, so hopefully something will get things moving. Zoom in a little bit closer to the action here and see what the market wants to do. Overall continuation movement to the upside, still looking okay, but obviously where we are is a little bit of a problem. Right at the top of the wedge. Not the best spot in the world. Sellers also coming in a little bit here. Hey JT, how's it going? Seeing the pullback off of the top a little bit more here, dipping back down towards the 77.50s. Don't mind the cartoons in the background. Work from home, you know. Everything's shut down again. Hopefully everyone's staying safe out there. Big move back to the downside again. Nice little bear push. It just doesn't look like they're following through quite enough yet. It might need a little bit more downside conviction going on here. Got a possibility of that previous move up. That might just be a really wicked trap on the highs. Obviously, the one big thing that stands out is we bounced off the naked POC at 897 quarter. The POC for today is just dead in the middle. Right smack in the middle. Fading off the top of the wedge at the moment. Big bear bar down. Buyers might try to pick this up as a washout, but these candles aren't big like a washout. They're good in consistent size, which isn't that's not great. That's showing potential pressure, especially with that trap on the highs like that. Yikes. See if sellers want to rotate down just a little bit further here. How do I get the POC on NinjaTrader? Or is that part of the lifetime license? That is part of the lifetime license. I really hate that they do that. Putting stuff behind anyway. I'll leave that for another video or another stream or something. But that is, if you have a lifetime license, part of that. There are a lot of free alternatives. If you have an account with futures.io, there's some free alternatives on there from Gomi and I mean all kinds of different developers on there. There's some free alternatives on the NinjaTrader forums as well, but the one that I'm using, yes, is part of the lifetime license thing. It's the order flow suite. I mean, to be fair, it does come with a lot of cool things. If your brokerage is NinjaTrader, having a lifetime license gives you cheaper commissions. I mean, it's, you know, but, yeah. I've seen a lot of the free indicators there. Didn't see one for the POC. Huh, okay. Are you talking on the NinjaTrader forums? Are you talking on Futures.io? I swear I saw one or two of them on there floating around. It's been a minute though, so I might have to go back and see if I can find them on both. All right, I'll see if I can find them for the next stream. I'll make a note real quick and see if I can locate it. Yeah, it's all good. I'm sure I mean, to be honest, I'm sure I got it laying around somewhere, but I don't remember where I got it from, so I don't know if I can distribute it or not, and because of that, well, I won't. I'll play it on the safe side, you know? But if I can at least remember where I got it from. I don't like messing around with that red tape stuff, you know? No thanks. Man, super consolidated here. Having a real tough time at this falling resistance. Market's not really going up, not really going down. We're just kind of stuck. The daily, I mean, the daily looks awesome. The fact that they were able to rotate back up again and hold, that's a really good sign for potential continuation to the upside. The one concern earlier this morning was whether or not this was going to be a bear engulfing. And it almost was. But at the open, the buyers finally flushed it back up again. And now we've got this big move going higher. It's giving back a little bit on the highs, but it's better than that bear bar. They still got some time. Maybe they lose their grip. Maybe not. I wish this falling resistance wasn't here. That's making it a little bit more difficult. Sellers coming in above that previous candle's high. Ooh, they whipped it right back up though. Bigger sellers resting up at 982. Seems like more sellers just trying to fade the top at the moment. Nobody with a huge amount of conviction, just, 20 contracts. They might not get it. Are there any bigger orders floating around anywhere? Not really. 982, that's the big one. That's just a wall of orders above that. Bull engulfing candle trying to push back up again. Those sellers are still resting at 82. Trying to see if they can get that continuation back to the upside or what they want to do here. Weak bear bar and bulls trying to push back up again. We're tapping those sellers at 82. They were there because it did fill. Very nice bullish movement here. Well, unless they give it all back. There they go. Nice bullish continuation. Buyers are going to want to see this close nice and strong and then get a continuation move. Looking for a continuation push back to the upside here for longs. And I don't even necessarily mind like back to the 85s, potentially even the 8250s. Upside objectives would be breaking through the 90s. And I mean, realistically, if it can get above that, then 12,000's not, it's not too far away anymore. All right, let's see if the market wants to give us a little bit of something extra. Ugh. Oh, what a lovely bear bar, huh? If they can break back above 87.50, then I'm not necessarily interested anymore in holding on to it if it starts pulling back. It's still got plenty of time. But if they can start pushing back up again, I got to see them continue past that. All right, stops in at break even. It's got to go or I'm not interested. Keep on going. Stop is in a little bit higher. Jeez, just back flushed right out of that thing. Yeah, it's like a new. Go stops. Yum 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 yum. And the NASDAQ at the end of the day, I tell you, it's a vindictive market in general, but God. It's always got that, like, if you pull up a mic, especially on the micros, if you pull up a chart of the micro and you pull up a chart of the mini right next to each other, you'll see a lot of times where the micro will go an extra tick, like below a swing low or something. But the mini didn't make that same move. Just those little extra salt in the wound type things, you know? NASDAQ's great at it. See if you can get a little more continuation one way or the other. Buyers tried getting that rally to the upside, but it just failed. Rolled right back over again. Hey. Let's see. Do you trade without a stop? If I get into a trade and it immediately starts going in my direction, I don't necessarily feel the pressure of putting in a stop straight out of the gates. I do typically, well, not typically, I will always have a stop in mind, whether or not I had a chance to get my hand there in time to actually get the order out. I mean, you saw that one, like it was in and it just didn't take any heat. There wasn't really a necessity to move too quickly. But once it started going up towards the target area, then yeah, I'm definitely going to ratchet it higher. But I'm always using a stop of some kind. Yeah, sometimes it just takes a second to get it in. Typically, it's, well, pretty much always, it's better to have your stop in first. But the way that the NASDAQ moves, sometimes you just don't have that opportunity. You got to get in the trade when you can. Market's starting to fade back down, right back below that area of support, resistance, chopping back and forth here. Got about 12 minutes until we start moving into the end of the day. Yeah, I mean, keep in mind the big thing, especially when you're looking at when the market is going incredibly fast, like now, or the NASDAQ at any point in time over the past month. A lot of times placing a stop too early or too close, you're just begging to get taken out by the volatility. So a lot more recently, especially with this incredible volatility, can be a good or a bad thing. You're generally better off floating stops a little bit further away and looking for bigger targets. These days, this volatility is crazy. So I've been saying at the end of all of the videos, stay safe. Make sure the stops are in. Still having a really hard time up here. We've got 11 minutes, the final 10, when we start getting into 1550, that's when orders start going a little bit crazy. So be careful here. We're coming in right around the corner. Well, it would be really nice, contextually, looking at where we are from the perspective of the wedge. It could also very easily be something like that. And they're trying to get above the high. Man, it is a fist fight up here. Yeesh. Yeah, that's no joke, Enrique. Man, you either adapt or you get ran over, one of the two. And the market makes quick work of either one, so. Lower high. Oh, man, right on the dot. There they are. 1550. Welcome to the 10-minute timer. Big hammer to the downside. Lower high too, and that's a really detrimental lower high. That's not good. Sellers might have some oomph in this. Big buyer resting underneath the lows. Probably sellers looking to take profit. Big seller just jumped up on the table too there at 72. Right on cue. Yeah, I mean, can't time it any better than that, right? Bulls trying to get that secondary move to the upside here. Ugh, man, this is a rough spot. I mean, the market's only up 0.33938%. It's not like we've really traveled very far. The market hasn't accomplished a whole lot today, all things considered. So, I mean, from that standpoint, we can still kind of keep a relatively neutral. I mean, look at it, right? We're right where we opened. Today's just going to be a giant doji. We're probably going to end up getting sucked back and forth towards that settlement price too. Just playing it back and forth. Nasty, nasty price action up at the top there. Those 12,050s. Man, that was a brick wall. Vicious. And now they just tried to get back up again. Nobody was even... Look at the volume. Not a soul. Nobody was up there. You can't have a breakout if nobody shows up to the party. And it just fell right on its face all the way back down again. Eesh. Got about 8 minutes until we start getting into the... we're already into the thick of it in the final 10. Looking to see if we can get a bit more... Man, we're just playing around the same area. We've got to get away from here. Sellers might... I mean, from a low probability, high reward standpoint, sellers might be trying here up into the 83s. It would make sense, but realistically, they're not going to want it to break above 86. So they're risking like 3 points. The reward to the downside's all the way down to 72, though. So... you know, again, the reward's really, really good. It's just, I have a hard time believing the sellers right now. There's a little bit too much pressure to the upside. Even with that giant washout to on that move down, it just got bought right back up. First attempt from the sellers so far. Would like to see if we can get a little bit of a dip back. I would love to see back down to like 80. We've got a bit of gap closure that we can fill in down the 79s. I mean, realistically, if it's getting down that far, it shouldn't have to go much below like 75, 74, 75, somewhere inside there. I thought I was going to get the pullback. Contrary to what I wanted to have happen, though. All right, well, I still like it. It's just a little bit further up now, 81 quarter. 81 quarters, 79 quarters, somewhere back there. I don't like that bear bar off the highs. I hate bear bars off the top like that. I'm going to cancel. Those are the types of candles that either get a really good trap going or just completely wreck your afternoon. And at 54 minutes, no thanks. I'm good. Bulls will be looking for a push back up, but I mean, at this point in time, I think I would rather just try to scalp it, if anything. Nice strong bull bar to the upside. Buyers looking to scalp the pullback if they can get it down 89 quarters. Quick little flush down for scalps. 88.50. Not getting the pop back to the upside, though. Big flush underneath this low. Ooh, okay. I don't want that there. I don't want that there. So again, going into the end of the day, I'm willing to take a little bit more risk knowing the volatility in these final 5 minutes. But just be careful here. I like this washout. I like the potential for the market to try to rally back up from this. But you've got to jostle your position in the right place. Unfortunately for me, my entries were really far up there. I've got to try to see if I can float a little bit. Well, that helps. I'll see if I can reduce a little bit on this move higher just to play it safe, knowing that we're coming into resistance. I'm not about to play with that. But I still like this for a continuation. Oh, they hit that break even, though. They got to get back up. A rejection off break even, that's no bueno. We got to keep going. Big sellers up at 85. Big sellers up at 85, trying to pressure through them. Not really pressuring through them too much either. Got one push through, but didn't quite get it. They might try to get it again. Whoa. End of day volatility, huh? All right, that bear bar to the downside, that's a hard pass. I'll see if I can get a little bit of a lower entry now, but that bear bar to the down, that could potentially follow through with some serious movement. If it's going to jump up, that's fine. I'll leave a little bit on the table, but I'm not going to hold full boat through that. If it's going to break out through the upside, then it should be able to flush through 85, get up to the 87.50s without much trouble. So even reducing the load a little bit here, if we can get the move back up, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. See if buyers can continue back above this bull bar here. Getting back up towards the 85s. That's the first objective area. Jeez. Okay. Hey, too much. Get back up there. That was too much. Golly gee willikers, Batman. That thing just got slapped. All right. We got a couple more minutes to go here. 2.5 minutes. Really weak bear bar, not proving a whole lot. And honestly, that move down didn't happen on a whole lot of volume. That doesn't really prove much. Want to see if we can get another move back up. Not seeing any volume to support a reason why this would fail. I'll take another one off there. Nice continuation. This is kind of their second shot, though. They've got to get above this. A bear engulfing is a no-fly zone. I'm not interested in a bear engulfing. What a pleasant bull bar that is. Thanks for that, NASDAQ. Come on, 1.5 minutes. You got the time. You can do it. 91.50. Can we get a surge up towards those highs? There we go. Very nice continuation. Beautiful. Keep going. That target looks juicy, doesn't it? It's right there. Oh, came one tick away. I'm not giving it back anymore. There we go. Target filled. Nice. All right. Finally. Ugh, what a mess inside there. Look at that continuation to the upside. Big jump. 12,000's hitting here. 12,000's hitting here. They've got just a couple seconds left. A little washout might find a lot of buyers, especially if it can flush underneath the 95s. Can they get underneath the 95s? Oof. Well, I mean, yeah. I need a little more time than that to respond, though. That's not gonna work. Nope. I am not that quick. All right, well. That's gonna do it. Hey, it did what I asked it to do. Just not with me involved. Gigantic rally to the upside to wrap things up too. Wow. All right, well, that's gonna do it. I've got some meetings that I've got to head off into, but overall, what a crazy afternoon. Lots and lots of volatility. Stay safe out there. It's probably not going to die up. We've got a lot of things going on, and these candles are closing strong. So just keep those stops in play, keep the risk in check, and stay safe out there. But if I miss any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, jhb@ssftg.com. Till the next one, though, enjoy, rest up, and we will talk to y'all later. Thanks.